everyone, and welcome to another Get Ready With Me. My name is Courtney Leach Hensley, and today we are going to be talking a little bit about the Rogue palette, which is featured in my Kickstarter. I know it's been a minute since I have posted anything. By a minute, I mean like a month. Over a month. And I do apologize. Last month was just really rough. One of my cats passed away, and I know some people might be like, oh, it's just a cat, like, why? But I'm the type of person that my pets are my family, and I had spent some time taking care of her, trying to get her better, even though we were pretty certain that what she had was cancer. I mean, it was kind of one of those things that the doctor said it without saying it. She sent her home with a really strong steroid, or I should say dosage of steroid, which that kind of strength is typically only for hospice care to keep her comfortable. And I really think it was for us to be able to prepare to say goodbye. I'm sure she saw that my son definitely wasn't ready. I know I wasn't ready. She passed pretty quickly after getting the steroid, but it was just still pretty sad for me. So I just didn't want to shoot anything. I didn't want to create anything. And then now that we're in the, heart of summer too, it's race season. So my husband and I have been doing a lot of local motocross races. We don't race, but we flag. So we're part of kind of like that safety team. Those have picked up, and I'll be honest, I'm just really super tired after working all week. Sorry, just so you know, I'm cleaning off a brush to be able to use. I found it as I was saying hello, and I was like, ooh, I think I want to use this guy. It's with working full-time, and my body just is not quite the greatest because of cancer. I'm pretty freaking beat by the end of the week, and then adding racing on top or going to races. My Sunday, I just kind of want to sleep. I did make mention on social media, if you follow Ride and Rogue, Instagram and TikTok, Ride and Rogue Coz, C-O-Z, or me personally, it's Courtney Hensley, Hinsley. I did start talking about the Kickstarter that I have launched because bringing a makeup company to life is a lot. So I started a Kickstarter. I will include the link in the description, so then that way you guys, if you choose to, can support. You can always share it with friends and family that you think might be interested. But yeah, so like, what's available on the Kickstarter? Essentially the first 3 full collections. And I say full because my first collection is going to be a smaller collection, limited edition. It's going to support a cause that is very near and dear to me, Medivivor. It is the only non-profit that focuses solely on finding a cure for stage 4 breast cancer. So very obviously, near to my heart. And I didn't want to wait until next year to launch that. So I decided that Ride and Rogue was going to start by launching that. So that leads me to today's look. And I know I just spent like 5 minutes just chatting. So these are the colors that the eyeshadow colors that we are going to play with. And I think I like this layout, like doing it from here to here. And actually, no, I think I might end up switching these two. Well, anyway, we'll get to that. So I had made, I guess, essentially a promise on social media that every weekend in August, with the exception of last weekend, but this one's going to kind of count as last weekend because that's just what we're going to do. So you guys are going to get a couple Get Ready With Me's very quickly. The palettes that are or collections that are going to be available is the Holiday Havoc collection, which is collection number 1, the Riot collection, and the Rogue collection. So the 2 namesakes are actually going to be released together. Holiday Havoc will be first in November, and then Riot and Rogue will be second in January. And I have used quite a few colors from each of those collections in previous Get Ready With Me videos, as well as the blind sniffs and might have used a color or two in Zodiac ones, maybe the Goddess ones. I feel like I might have thrown some in a couple of those as well. I will get on social media and I will show which videos do contain the colors, so then that way like you guys have a reference. So definitely make sure that you're following so you can see what those are. When I was swatching the colors for Kickstarter so I could have at least something, because Riot and Rogue are still kind of in a not a pre-production stage, but I'm still working on formulas. Like this is one of my favorite colors. It's called Unwashed, but I'm still working out the formula on this one. Like I feel like it could be just a little bit better. So when I swatched these, I was kind of obsessed with it, and I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks, so I figured why not do a video using these. And I don't know, like there's a part of me that still wants to keep this color in between these two, so kind of like almost like a halo effect. But I also kind of want to switch them so it's more of like an actual gradient, and then kind of puts like the purpley color in between the two yellow tones. So the colors that I have on my hand are Blank, as I said, Unwashed, this is Teen Spirit, and then this is As If. You're kind of catching a couple of those names. My Rogue palette is kind of my nostalgic palette. It was, well, actually collection as a whole. Very like reminiscent of grunge era 90s. There is one color that I'm putting in there that I am going to call MySpace, and I know MySpace wasn't a 90s thing, it was more of a 2000s thing, but also with MySpace coming back, like I kind of had to do it. Still nostalgic. So what I want to do with these four colors, do you remember way back, I guess it wasn't way back, but it was several years ago, you always saw the reels where they just swatched the like 3, 4, 5 colors and then buffed them out? I want to do that. Kind of want to make this quick, simple, easy, see if it's doable to do that, because I've tried this technique a few times and I don't know, I just feel like I just don't quite get it. And hold on a moment, I'm going to switch Unwashed and Teen Spirit. Teen Spirit, yes, it's shimmery. Yes, it's because of Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. Because it's a duochrome, it shifts, so you get kind of like that sepia tone and then a little bit of a glitter, because a bitch loves glitter, and yeah, I'm gonna have glitter. So let's start. Like I am base faced ready. We've got our concealer, we've got our foundation, we have got our eyes primed. So I'm gonna take Blank. This is a more of a like dense compact brush. And I know like they just did lines, but because we're not doing like so many different shades, we're gonna do a few lines. And I think this is another one where the formula I'm kind of working on still. And we're gonna clean the brush off. And then I'm gonna take Teen Spirit. I haven't really played with Teen Spirit too much. I've just kind of put it on my hands to see. Ooh, she's fun. But it's a duochrome, and I always feel like duochromes seem to just go on a little bit better with a finger. So weird. I don't know why that's the case. But it just is. So now we're going to take Unwashed. I also feel like maybe it didn't really want to go on because my brush was still just a little bit wet from cleaning it. So we're going to do Unwashed. Now I love Unwashed. This is one of my favorite colors. This moody, muted, dusty plum. But I want the formula to be a little bit more impactful. Like I want you to be able to see it just a little bit better. Then I think I'm going to take As If and just use my finger because that brush got a little too wet. And now it just doesn't want to do what I want it to do. And do you see why potentially, or not potentially, but do you see why I called this color As If? Yep, Alicia Silverstone's yellow plaid outfit. Iconic 90s. So now I'm going to take my puffy fluffy brush And I'm going to do swirling motions, and I'm going to start here at the lighter color and just buff into the colors, kind of blend them out, and also blend those lines out. I'm going to take As If, kind of pull it up a little bit, and then I'm going to take it and pull it under. Now I have used As If under my eyes, and I never thought I was a yellow shadow person until I started creating this collection, actually this whole brand. And now I'm over here putting yellows and freaking mustards, all sorts of just crazy shades I never expected to put. So it did work. But we're going to go through, I'm going to put on another layer, especially this guy. Gosh, I really do like Teen Spirit. I love a good duochrome. And if you've been here long enough, I know that doesn't surprise you. And I am going to try to take out a little bit of blank here because I feel like that's just too much. Like, we want that more just kind of in the corner. Like, obviously a little bit more, but not quite as much as I had. So we've got some Teen Spirit here. Might have to go in with my finger because I don't get what it is with duochromes, man. They just show up way better when you use your finger. I'm going to get a little bit more of unwashed here, and then yeah, just kind of get this cleaned up. I'm going to work on this eye real quick, and then we'll be back to talk about how I basically finish off my eyes, which you won't be surprised. Threw on a little bit of blush. I kind of wanted to do a little bit of an orange tone because I'm kind of feeling orange, and I don't know, I just thought it would look good, so got a little bit of blush. So while I'm doing my favorite eyeliner combo to kind of smoke this out easily, I'm going to use Smoked Charcoal Glowify Pencil from Cinegents, and we're just gonna just rub it all over. So let's talk a little bit more about Kickstarter while I'm doing this. The Rogue palette is going to be available in the top 2 tiers. So there's only 4. In tier 3, there is all the palettes. So Holiday Havoc, Riot, and Rogue that are available. Tier 4, it is the full ass collection of all 3. So your palette plus the 6 lip colors that go with each collection. Yes, 6. So there will be 2 liquid lips, 2 bullet lipsticks, and 2 glosses that match and go along with the color story of each collection. However, until we hit certain stretch goals, Riot and Rogue aren't available individually. So, hi Tia. Hi baby. I got a kitty who wants to come hang out. So, if you wanted to get Riot individually, we will have to hit, don't worry, this is just my little area. We'll have to hit a $10,000 stretch goal, and then the Riot palette plus the lip colors. So all of the lip colors, depending on where we're at, are available as add-ons. So right off the bat, you can get the Holiday Havoc palette by itself, tier 2. Speaking of tier. And then the lip products for Holiday Havoc are available as an add-on. When we hit that 10,000 stretch goal and Riot becomes available on its own, there will be a separate tier created to be able to purchase just the Riot palette by itself, and then those lip colors will become available as add-ons as well. And then when we hit a $20,000 stretch goal, then the Riot palette becomes available on its own, and the lip colors become available as add-ons. And I know that probably sounds like holy shit biscuits, like those are some really big goals, but I have really big goals. My big goals have to match. I want to bring you exceptional colors with fun creative finishes. The palettes, I guess I should probably say that. The palettes will be 15 shades. So I mean, those aren't little BB palettes. Like, those are pretty significant in size. So yeah, it's just, I know it's a really big goal, but obviously I believe in the company. So that is, it's a little bit about where the Kickstarter is at. Why is this like darker? Oh, and not as smudged. What did I do, folks? Lord help me. So like I said, I will post the link to the Kickstarter in the description, so that way you guys can peruse at your leisure. Please share. Like, I would absolutely love that, even if it's not something that like you think you would buy or want or anything like that. I totally get. I mean, some of these colors are definitely not for the faint of heart. They are not your typical standard colors. I need a pencil sharpener and I don't have one because apparently I really used the shit out of this liner and didn't realize it. So what I'm doing here real quick too, guys, is I'm just going in with a pencil liner to get a little bit more of a precise edge. I closed my eyes and then pulled it out to try to get a little bit of a wing, but as you know, my eyes don't cooperate. Also, again, this bitch is dull as shit. Holy hell. So it's not gonna be perfect. I'm just filling in here at the inner corner and then a little bit along the edge here. And then I am going to do a little bit down here. You know what, maybe I'll just do a little bit right here on the waterline as well. I mean, it's grungy and smoky, right? So I guess we got to do the freaking waterline. It really would have been a lot better if I had realized this bitch was dull. Can you tell it's been a hot minute since I've used that liner? Like, holy shit. I am going to take a little bit, I'm going to take my fluffy puffy brush, take As If, pull it under a little bit. You know, let me see if I can get this freaking liner to kind of, give me a wing, you whore. This is why I don't do wing liner. Can't make it work. My brain can't function. Can't handle it. So we're just doing a little bit under. So kind of pull that around. And then, because we love our freaking glitter and our duochromes because they're shiny, you guys. I'm just going to take it, kind of pat it underneath. I probably shouldn't use my finger just because, oh, this is bringing it way far under. But oh well, I don't care. It's gorgeous and it's stunning and I love this freaking color. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm going to do my combo, my favorite lash combo, my Volume Intense primer, or no, is it Volume Intense or is it just lash primer? Whatever. Oh, 3-in-1. 3-in-1 primer, Volume Intense mascara. Both contain a pixel, so I can grow these eyelashes and apparently grow my brows because I use this on my brows as well, just as a kind of like a gel. So let me quick do that. Make sure I still like my blush, and then we are going to talk about my lip color choices, which are going to be the Rachel and Cheap Thrill. So more about Kickstarter, because I probably should have mentioned this and I don't think I did, or I probably started to and ADHD got in the way and I just kind of flittered off onto a whole ass another subject or a different part of Kickstarter. So tiers 3 and 4, where I talked about how you get all 3 of the palettes as well as collections depending on which tier it is. Tier J. I think I'm saying her name too much. Spelled differently, just so you guys know. Those tier 3, tier 4, you will get those regardless of the stretch goals. If we hit them, we hit them. If we don't, you still get them. They will be split shipped because Holiday Havoc releases in November and Riot and Rogue release in January. So they will be shipped out at those times. So now we're going to go with the Rachel. This is not the packaging. And you're probably like, well, why isn't it in the packaging? Because I haven't gotten that far with ordering the lip products. But this, my friends, is the packaging. So this is Slay from Holiday Havoc, but good God, like how absolutely freaking cute and adorable is this packaging. I freaking love it. Like when I got them in, I just freaked out. So, okay, let's talk about the Rachel here. Kind of your very neutral brown. The reason I named it the Rachel is I'm a huge Friends fan. That's my comfort show. That's what I turn on to go to sleep. It's what I turn on to just have on in the background. It's been my show since 1994. Jennifer Aniston was known for wearing nude or neutral lip colors, and when I got this as a sample, which is what this guy is, I surprisingly loved it because I don't like browns or like neutral lip colors. Like that's just not my vibe. It's pink. So let me tell you, coming up with lip colors that aren't some shade of pink is a real stretch for me. So just to let you guys know, I love you enough to not have a shit ton of pink lip colors out there. This is the Rachel. Is it not gorgeous? It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like it's a very neutral brown. I don't know. How would you guys describe it? Tell me in the comments because I'm really super curious because I've been trying to figure out how to describe this. It's neutral to me. It does have like a slight warm tone. It kind of reminds me of like mud and dirt, and it kind of works with the whole like, I feel like dirty grungy kind of vibe. I don't know. I love this. And this, I'm pretty certain this is in my Rogue campaign. Yeah, because there was a toss-up between this and flannel. I'm pretty certain I went with this because she's a queen and I freaking love her. The next is Cheap Thrill. Now you're probably wondering why it's not in its cute container. Can we see it without it being foggy and whatever? So anyway, the reason why it's not in there is because I've only got to use this color once. And I'm still trying to make sure that the gold shimmer that is in this beautiful mauve is the right amount of gold shimmer. I only used this once in my Soft Rebel video. If you look at my thumbnails, it has like the pink, and it's got like a picture of like a really large peony, and I'm in a white lace top. So I've only used it that one time. And it's a little bit darker than what the Rachel is, but I like layering, and I kind of just wanted to see what this would look like over the Rachel. I also wanted to show the Rachel. Oh, I wanted to show more than just one color. Well, interesting. These two colors together look an awful lot like flannel. So flannel is also part of the Rogue collection, is a kind of like red toned bronze that has a bit of a golden shimmer. And I don't feel like this quite has like as much of the red, but it's got a little bit of the red because it's a mauve and the brown. So, well, that's fun. A little bit of an interesting, fun combination there. Still works though, still cute. I might have to try it with like a gloss, not a gloss, a liner. But I like the fact it's kind of a brown toned mauve, and that's what I like. So I'm gonna have to try this color a couple more times just to see what I think. So here is a quick glimpse into some of the colors from the Rogue collection that will be available in January, but is also available on the Kickstarter campaign. The palette and the lip colors will be individually available once we hit a $20,000 stretch goal, but you can also get them regardless in either tier 3 or tier 4, depending on what you're looking for. So here is, I guess, the first official look for the Kickstarter looks. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm sorry I've been so absent, but there should be another video coming up here pretty quick. Don't forget to follow, like, share, all the things here on YouTube, on social media, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!